Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is day 30th of the Leetcode Day Challenge. Hit the like button, subscribe button, drop me on Discord. Let me know what you think about this one. I think I am, before we start, I want to say, mostly today I rested. I could not walk down the stairs or up the stairs really, but slightly better than yesterday. So maybe a couple of days, I'll actually be normal-ish. But even beyond that, honestly, this is, it's probably the most strenuous thing I've ever put my body through, at least at a sustained effort, right? As some people know, I talked about this in the past. My max squat is 360. My deadlift is also about like 340, 350. I just never trained deadlifts for whatever reason. So like, I've done sports and stuff like this. So this is not new to me, but honestly, I don't know. It's just there's something about, and maybe some part of it is that I'm older now as well, to be frank. But it's just like I don't know. There's a sort of thing that my body is just like the immune system is just like, hey Larry, calm down and chill a little bit. So definitely, I just feel like if I'm sick or something. Like I'm not actually sick. I don't think, knock on wood. But I feel like I'm sick and I just like can't get any going. I also need to eat more, just as an update, but it just feels like I'm just not feeling well, to be frank. And it is to be normal after the marathon. Your body is just both healing and also just trying to make sure that it isn't doing anything nuts. So this is a long way to say that I'm gonna do this problem. Hopefully, we'll do well. I'm still a little bit behind, trying to avoid spoilers for the weekend problems, the bi-weekly and the weekly contest. Definitely, I hope to do it tomorrow, or maybe the day afterwards. I also, honestly, some parts of it is that I've been watching the Yankees game. They lost today. They've been losing, but today they finally won. But they're still down 3-1, so it's going to be a long, hard thing, even harder than my marathon, to see if they could win. But as a result, my nights are a little bit longer, so I wasn't able to kind of stream the contest, if you will, as I like to do. If I don't do them live, I like to do a virtual stream, so that, if nothing else, you could tell that I'm not cheating. I mean, not that, whatever, right? But in theory, anyway. And I just find it like if it wasn't cheating, I would probably stream it live, but of course it would just be cheating. So, yeah. And okay, yeah, so that's kind of the update bookkeeping things. I'm just trying to keep it easy, walk a little bit and limping around a lot, but yeah, keeping my heart fresh and try to figure out what's next, honestly. I don't know yet. I don't know if I want to run again. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if marathon's my distance, like that I enjoy doing. The training is just so much, but we'll see. Like, I mean, I'm still in my everything hurts and everything is tiring kind of mode. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I am actually signed up for New York next year, New York Marathon, but I don't know if I'm gonna race it, right? Like I might just do a fun one or something. And I'll definitely, come back every day. I don't know. Hopefully this isn't like a teaser. I mean, I don't know if you're here for the Larry Marathon training things, but I would definitely put, I took some videos on my phone, and there are decent photos of me, so I'll definitely show them when I'm able to get them, and kind of just chat through it. I think people have. Just also one more thing is that thanks everybody for your support in the comments and the congratulations as well. I think definitely it was a struggle during the run. But yeah, I'll do a play-by-play at some point as well, if that's what people want. Like we could go over the charts and how I feel every time. I don't know. But yeah. But only if people want, though, so we'll see. Anyway, today's problem, we have 1671, minimum number of removals to make mountain array. Okay, so mountain array is, so you have one peak and everything to the left of it is down, and everything to the right of it's also down from the peak, right? I think that's the thing, right? And you have to have at least 3 elements. Okay, I mean, I think the way that I would n is 1,000, which I think you could do better than that, but maybe I'm wrong, huh? Because the way that I would think about it is just that at every index, I think the way that I would start thinking about it is just trying to figure out how to decompose this into easier components that we've done before, right? Also, as you can notice, I do have more energy in my voice now, even though I'm still feeling like just my body's a little chilly. So I don't know, but yeah, hopefully that's just getting better. Anyway, the way that I would think about this is just decomposing or breaking apart the problem into smaller pieces, right? And what's a problem that, at least to me, feel like that I know relatively okay, right? It's the longest increasing subsequence, right? And the longest increasing or decreasing, if you want to prefer, the longest increasing subsequence. Now, then, what does that mean? That means that with respect to this problem, there are two components. One is that two longest increasing subsequence, or just two sequences of increasing in reverse order, will give you a mountain array, right? For this one. So that's one. For two, the minimum number of elements to remove, the longest increasing subsequence is the things that you keep. So the removal are all the other stuff, I guess, right? So those are my thoughts, and I think honestly, that's how I would start to think about it, and that's how I would start implementing. And if I'm wrong, but like in general, but I think this is the way that I would think about it, and that's how I'm going to attack. So here, I'm going to just write, yeah. So we'll do a longest increasing subsequence, and I think honestly you might not even need to do it in what I just said, because again n is 1,000, so you could maybe do something n squared times 2 or something like that. Basically you do an n squared dynamic programming where on index you find the next element, and then you can also just track whether you're going up or down the mountain, right? So you can definitely do that, and that'll be n squared times 2, which should be fast enough. But I don't know. Today I'm feeling like I have the energy to make do the n log n1, which is what you can do with longest increasing subsequence. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna go over the LIS algorithm, the longest increasing subsequence algorithm. It is something that is a little bit tricky as well, honestly, the n log n one, and yeah, I'm just gonna keep it a little bit short so I could go to bed, honestly. So yeah, so we'll do that, and I'm sure that you could find a video on the n log n solution anyway, so you don't need to be here for that per se. But those are the things that I would think about, right? So okay, so then now we have nums as the input, and the reason why I separated out the function is so that we can do the reverse as well, right? So what do we want from here, right? Well, we want an array of every element. What is the longest increasing subsequence that ends at this current element, right? So maybe we would have like an answer is equal to right? And then we also have I forget how to call these things, but or like smallest. So here n sub I is equal to the longest increasing subsequence that ends at num sub I, and the smallest is actually smallest sub I is equal to the smallest the longest increasing subsequence of length I, where it is the smallest last element, right? I think that's, I mean, maybe this isn't quite precise, but I think that's how I would think about it. And if you know the LIS algorithm, this would make sense, but maybe I'm a little bit fuzzy, and I apologize for that. I feel like I have energy, but now I'm not lasting so well, even though it's been like 3 minutes before I said that. My apologies. My body's, my body, my mind, everything's still recovering. But okay, right? So yeah, and then we'll start this at infinity, because well, 0 elements, the smallest is just going to be infinity, which is fine, right? And then now for x and nums, we want to say we want to binary search on I do want to, this is going to be, oh, I guess this is negative actually. It's going to be monotonically increasing. That's my fault. I think I messed this up. But yeah. Bisect up, bisect left. Actually, is it bisect left or bisect right? Well, if it's the same, we want. No, it's bisect left because if the same, then you only replace. You don't extend the streak, right? So okay, so bisect left of the smallest of x, right? So this is the index. If index is greater than or equal to length of smallest, then smallest append negative infinity, and then smallest of index is equal to, I think you could just set it, but maybe I'm wrong on this one. Actually, I think you do need a min, but x, right? And then now and the index is, keep in mind this index is on smallest, which means that I is the longest length, right? So yeah, so then now we can say answer.append index, and that's pretty much the idea for the longest increasing subsequence, right? And now we can do something. I don't know why. I mean, I know why. It is descriptive, but it is so long to type, and I'm just. But yeah, and then you want to do it in the reverse order. So this is increasing from left, maybe, I don't know, naming things are hard, all right? So yeah, increasing from left, increasing from right, and then now we can do for index in range of n, we can do increasing from left of index, well, let's just call it I don't know why, sometimes this is one thing I am not consistent with, and I think this is this -1 because I think I count the peak, and so we double count the peak. But yeah, I think that should be good, hopefully. There is one thing that I have to clean up, which is that oh yeah, this is the maximum, right? So actually we do the max of this, which means that I messed up. This should be n minus best. That's 1. But the other thing is that they have to be length at least 3. So we have to clean this up a little bit because I think right now it can go all the way, right? So that means that has to be. How do I think about this? Because the thing is that if the entire array is increasing, then that's no Gucci, obviously. But you have to kind of add in a condition to check for it, so that I think there's only 2 cases, right? If it's all increasing or if it's all not increasing, which is a little bit tricky to kind of do. But I think if you just do like increasing from left is greater than 0, and so that means that you get a contribution on both sides. I think this should be good. Or enough to be precise. I don't know. Well, I mean, you know, and when you get a -2 as the answer, that's probably not right, or -7. How did I get -1? Index. I mean, even if these are all zeros, that should not make sense. That is weird, actually. Let's see. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I feel like the idea makes sense to me, so I'm not going to debate my algorithm. But yeah, I mean, this is clearly wrong because 1, 2, and 3, and I don't know how we got -2 anyway. But how do we get -7? That's interesting. But this is, yeah, 1, 2, 3 is not right for 1, 3, and 1. Why is that? Bisect left, smallest x, right? So after 1, all right. Well, we could print stuff. We have the technology. We don't have to do it in our head. Smallest. Oh, because this is min and this is negative infinity. That doesn't make sense. Okay. I guess actually in this case it should be infinity. Okay. I honestly I didn't think about it. I just thought this, and then I just kind of kept it the same, but it didn't make sense for this to be negative infinity because you want this to be I just want this to be a different sentinel than this sentinel, even though I guess I was just lazy and just didn't think about it, to be frank. Looks okay for the inputs. We'll see what happens. Let's give it a YOLO submit. Ooh, time limit exceeded. Oh no, wrong answer. Apparently last time I did some silly things, but okay. Today I also did some silly things. It seems like there are no. I think this is the mountain away. So we'll see why that is. That I don't do it that way. Let's see. Let's put an answer, right? So that will give us the array. So we have 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Oh, I see. It is counting a thing that is not possible. Because this is always going to be greater than 0 because it always has itself. So actually, this should be greater than 1. So it was probably counting. Okay, it's still wrong, but that fixes it at least a little bit because it doesn't count the peak, which is always going to be 1 coming from the other side. So this did nothing, and we would have gotten a wrong answer from something else, to be frank. But yeah, okay. So why is this wrong? So increasing from the I'm dumb. I'm supposed to reverse this thing back, but then I just forgot. I think somehow that did pass the inputs though, which is kind of or the examples, which is I don't know, lucky I guess, lucky and not lucky. But all right, let's get a quick submit, and there we go. Yeah, I think one thing I would say is that this is why you have proofs and practice and all these things, right? Because here, honestly, at the debug stage, when you don't know if you're right, it could be that your algorithm is wrong or that your implementation is wrong, right? And here I was pretty confident about my algorithm, so I knew that there was something with my implementation, right? And that's pretty much it, really. But I just forgot to reverse this, so it was very silly, and it just kind of passed the other ones. And though I did catch this one, that would have been wrong. We can kind of show it real quick, because I think that would have just captured it real quick. I mean, it would have, yeah, see? Because it kind of, it counted this 9 properly, I think, or something like this. 9 6, yeah, it goes 9 to 1. And so yeah, so that would have been a wrong answer anyway because I just didn't think through what it meant. But yeah, so what is the complexity here, right? I mean, this is not quite copy and paste, but it is essentially a very boilerplate longest increasing subsequence n log n implementation. So this is just n log n, right? And we do n log n twice with some O of n operations, which doesn't matter. And here, obviously, this is going to be O of n. So we have n log n time, O of n space. And that's all I have for this one. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for your support, everybody, as I always say. I'm going to get some rest. So talk to you later. Stay good, stay healthy, to good mental health. I'll see y'all later and take care. Bye-bye.